Mr. Solanki.
Hi Diana, how are you?
Good, thank you. So you have had an experience of over 37 years with Mercedes-Benz automobile. That's incredible. Can you tell us something about these beautiful cars out
I
here?
can take you around and show you all the classic cars which I'm doing right now.
Exciting.
The 1964 Pagoda, what we have. If you see, we have completely restored this car right from scratch. Even if you see the grille and everything has been fabricated and made over here. The whole, if you see the inside over here. Then we have done the complete flooring job on this, which is on the new technology what we call of riveting and bonding, which is one of the best technology which has been used in nowadays, so that there is no rust formation ever coming into your car as such. Because we have a lot of rust formation if you see in other cars. So there are two types of what we are doing, which I'll be showing to you. This is what we have done. We have fabricated over here also, even the small ends, which totally have been hand fabricated over here.
That's a very detailed
Like
job.
even the interior, everything has been done. If you see the interior inside also is supposed to be a very good, neatly job done.
Yes. What an absolutely timeless classic this is. Vasis, what's your opinion on this car?
Oh, so this is absolutely one of my all-time favorite cars. It's an early 230 SL Pagoda W113 with a manual gearbox, which makes this car even more special for me. And you know, Diana, what makes this car even more special for me is that back in the day, Mercedes' chief engineer, Rudolf Uhlenhaut, he drove one of these 230 Pagodas around the Annemasse Vertrau Monto circuit. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at my pronunciations. But he drove this car around that tight track and he set a lap time which was only a couple of tenths slower than a Ferrari 250 GT, which was driven by Ferrari's Grand Prix driver Mike Parkes back in the day. So, you know, this car really has great history, great model. This particular car was once owned by well-known philanthropist Krishnanjan Kelaram of Mumbai. So it just ticks all the boxes for me, you know, this car.
Wow, that's incredible. So this is one of the more popular versions of the S-Class Coupe. Rayo, which SEC is this? Which generation?
This is a Gen 1 SEC, and you can make out by the light hood ridges over here. You can make out by this slightly slender bumper. You can notice the ridges on the side of the car, they have grooves in them. So this is an early 80s coupe. It's a 500, it's a V8, it puts out nearly 280 horsepower. And it's here for complete overhaul. She's just come in. It's one of our members who has it. And it's going to be hopefully at the rally sometime at the end of the year. So I'm looking forward to this beast emerging. These were the most luxurious coupes you could get in the 80s. They screamed Miami Vice at that time with this white. AMG, of course, made them even more bonkers with a chrome delete, where they would paint over the white and make that even more crazy to look at. So that's really the story on this car. It's very, very innovative. It's got many firsts to its credit. It's got a cold start, it's got an idle valve. There's so many technologies that Benz put in at that time that are still in use today. And it's really so over-engineered. It's a marvel of its time. The way cost was no object for Mercedes at that point. It was really run by engineers for engineers to make the best car in the world. I mean, if they say Mercedes is the best, this is the best of the best.
Fantastic. Raymond, please tell us something about this one.
Yeah, sure. So that was a 500 C126. This is a 280S W126. When Mercedes made these as a sedan, they offered them in two variants. So there was a short wheelbase, which is what this one is. It's a 280S. So it's got an inline 6-cylinder engine. This is the 1983 model, so it's got the ridged Sacco panels on it. It's here for a complete ground-up restoration. It's been stripped. We're going to get the body right. We're going to get all the rust out. We're going to get the underbody completely coated again back to factory standards. And looking forward to this one also being at the rally this year.
This is another interesting 170V. Can you please tell us something about this cool car?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The W136 170V. Again, what's unique about this car is that it was Mercedes' bestseller pre-war in the World War II in 1939. And it again went on to become Mercedes' bestseller after the war. And another very interesting fact about 170Vs is that this model we have here is the 170V, but there was also a model called the 170H with a H which meant for head, and the engine was actually at the back of the car.
Wow.
And that was the predecessor to this car. So again, very important car in terms of history of Mercedes-Benz and absolute collectible.
So because this car has such historical significance, what extents have you gone through at Shaman to get it to restoring it?
If you see the whole box body was supposed to be mostly of woodwork. If you see all this woodwork we have hand done again over here. You see all the framing work, interior woodwork was all completely woodwork has been done. There were no seats on this car. Complete seats fabrication we have done.
Wonderful.
So now this is on the preparatory stage, which I will take at least few more months to finish this car up. And I have one of the best electricians also will be doing a complete new wiring on this vehicle.
Wow.
Complete to a new one as such.
Hi, my name is Puraza Fauzdar. I restore cars. I restore a lot of cars with Shaman. They've been really great. The whole experience has been complete and stress-free. So currently I'm building the 170V with Shaman. It's a 1938 Mercedes Classic. It's actually a war wagon which was used in it's a pre-war car, and it's a beautiful car, and Shaman's actually done all the research to put it back to its original face. The car is in almost the last stage of restoration where Shaman would be painting it and it'll be out for delivery. I'm also building a 114 Coupe. It's a one-off car. I believe it was owned previously by Rajesh Khanna. We're just trying to do a great job, and Shaman's on its way to do it. Anything I must say about Shaman as a workshop, it's a great place to be, very educational, very talented set of people working here, and a complete solution if you're looking for and don't want to jump workshops. This is the place to be. Amar Bhai and Solanki are great, always ready to take up a new challenge. They've been building tough cars for me, and I think they're going to do a great job with my cars.